Have you ever had one small thing happen and suddenly felt like you couldn't handle one more thing? Couldn't handle another text message, a schedule change, a minor inconvenience, a simple request. And instead of feeling manageable, it feels overwhelming, doesn't it? Not because the situation is huge, but because your capacity feels smaller than it used to. Many women in menopause describe this as, I don't know what's wrong with me. Everything just feels harder. The truth is, nothing may be wrong at all with you. Your emotional bandwidth may simply be depleted. Today, we're talking about emotional overload and capacity loss in menopause, why everyday stressors can suddenly feel bigger than they used to, how hormonal changes affect emotional resilience, and what happens when your mind and body have been carrying too much for too long. Hi, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to MenoSpark, the podcast that helps women reignite their spark through perimenopause and beyond, with a focus on holistic health and wellness. I'm your host, Allie Thies. I'm a board certified sexologist. I'm a sex coach, a researcher, a menopause care provider, an integrative wellness coach. I'm also certified in integrative functional nutrition and working on my PhD in mind body medicine. I'm also your go to guide for navigating the wild, weird, and wonderful ride that is midlife. Why? Well, I'm doing all this without hormones. And if you're new here, welcome. Be sure to hit that follow button so that you never miss an episode. And if you're returning, thank you for being a part of this amazing community. The theme this month is stress, burnout, and emotional load for June. And today's topic is emotional overload and capacity loss, why everything feels like too much. Now, when I talk about capacity, I'm talking about your ability to handle life without becoming overwhelmed. Capacity includes emotional resilience, mental bandwidth, physical energy, nervous system flexibility. Think of capacity like a container. When the container is full, even one more additional drop can cause an overflow. Many women enter menopause carrying with them work responsibilities, family responsibilities, caregiving roles, household management, emotional labor, and personal stress. Even before they hit perimenopause and beyond, the container was already full. And being in menopause often makes it harder to keep pretending it isn't. Hormones influence much more than just reproduction. Estrogen supports serotonin regulation, dopamine function, stress recovery, and emotional flexibility. As estrogen fluctuates and declines, emotional regulation may feel harder, stress recovery may take longer, resilience may feel reduced. Now, this doesn't mean you're becoming more emotional. It often means your nervous system has fewer resources available for buffering stress. Things that once rolled off your back may now linger. Not because you're some fragile petunia, but because the physiology has changed. Many women carry invisible responsibilities that never appear on a to do list. Remembering people's birthdays, managing appointments, tracking family needs, checking on friends, anticipating problems, paying bills, thinking ahead for everyone. Whew, all this emotional labor, it consumes energy. And because it's invisible, it's rarely counted in on what a female does every single day. Women often evaluate themselves based on visible tasks completed. Meanwhile, their nervous system is tracking absolutely everything. The result? Exhaustion that feels disproportionate to what appears on the surface. One of the hallmark signs of reduced capacity is this: small stressors begin triggering outsized reactions. A delayed email, a messy kitchen, a last minute schedule change, a difficult conversation. Individually, none of these may be major, but when capacity is already low, they become the final straw. Many women then criticize themselves. They think, "Ugh, why am I reacting like this?" Or your spouse could be saying, "What in the world is wrong with you?" But the better question, ladies, is to ask yourself, how much am I already carrying? And gentlemen, you might ask, what can I do to help you out? Because reactions often make more sense when viewed in context. Your nervous system is constantly evaluating. Am I safe? Can I handle this? Do I have enough resources? When stress becomes chronic, the nervous system shifts toward protection. This can look like irritability, withdrawal, anxiety, emotional reactivity, and overwhelm. These are not character flaws, they are signals. The body is communicating that resources are running low. The solution isn't becoming tougher. Heck, if you're Gen X, you're tough enough. The solution is becoming more supported. Support your nervous system through sleep consistency, downtime, quiet moments, reducing unnecessary obligations, learning the word no, and using it. Recovery is productive, even when it doesn't look like it's productive. You can protect your energy by pacing activities, taking breaks before you're depleted, nourishing your body consistently, moving in ways that feel supportive. Capacity grows when recovery becomes part of the system. Sometimes rebuilding capacity requires saying, not right now. No, not today. Nah, not this week. Boundaries protect energy, and energy protects capability. Nope, capacity. There we go. When emotional capacity begins to return, women often notice more patience, greater resilience, fewer emotional crashes, less overwhelm, more flexibility when plans change. Life doesn't become easier, but it feels more manageable. That's the difference. So, for this week, your spark action, I want you to ask yourself, what is draining me that I haven't acknowledged? Write down three things, then choose one small adjustment. Not a complete life overhaul, just one adjustment, one conversation, one boundary, one release, and notice what changes. If you want more support, please visit menopausewellness.co to explore your options. And you know what? If today feels like too much already, it doesn't necessarily mean life has become impossible. It may mean your capacity has been stretched beyond its limits. And capacity can be rebuilt, not through more pushing, not through more productivity, but through support, through recovery, through recognizing that carrying everything isn't the same as thriving. So, next week on MenoSpark, stress, reactivity, and hormones. Why your reactions feel bigger than they used to. Because stress isn't just emotional, it's hormonal, neurological, and physiological. I said all those wrong, but I hope you know what I'm talking about. Oh, if today's episode resonated with you, I see you, I've been there, and I promise there's a way forward. Don't try to walk this road alone. You are worthy of healing, connection, and joy. Thanks for hanging out with me on MenoSpark today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you found it helpful, please share it with a friend, leave a review, and make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Substack for more menopausal insights, holistic tools, and new ways to support your spark. And if no one's told you this today, let me be the first to say it. You are fabulous. Until next time, keep that spark alive. You deserve it.